A historic battle tonight, a Thursday throwdown of epic proportions between two bitter West Knoxville rivals tonight. And this is not even football. This is not basketball. This is Lady Rebels soccer. Good evening, everybody. I am your host with Rebels with a Cause, the Italian Stallion, joined as always as one of the OGs, one of the former announcers that used to call games as big as this one, two-pair Tate, Brian Tate, brother. We are here again 2 times in 1 week
Who
tonight.
Who would have thought that we'd be here twice in one? We've done this for football or basketball. Soccer is the first where we're doing
this is
the actual game day from here, and we're going to have Coach Castro on the show tonight.
Wow. I mean, I even asked him, I said, Coach, I'd love to have you on, but I don't want to disrupt any pregame routine and everything of that nature. He said, no, guys, we would love to have you on, but obviously we are here live from here. We're here early. We're here early. Game starts at 6:30.
It's crazy. There were way more people.
I know.
For the Bearden Farragut game, and this game has championship implications.
Yeah, and Bearden's going to travel because they're a powerhouse.
Right. And right now, it is pretty quiet.
It is. It's quite.
It's an unusual game.
It's the calm before the storm.
Because you're starting to see the band. They're marching down, getting ready for their performance on Friday at William Blunt. You see Bearden and West warming up, stretching in the background, but it is quiet.
It is quiet.
It's kind of eerie.
It is.
Like Tuesday.
Woo!
I mean, it was to the point the football team was coming out.
Yeah, and they're actually having their spaghetti dinner right now. Shout out to Coach Chandler. He said, hey, do you want to have spaghetti with us? I said, I'd love to, Coach, but I got a live show with two-pair to get ready for the girls' soccer. But thank you, Coach Chandler and the football team for thinking of me.
Dinner.
Yeah, they would do their Thursday night little thing, the pregame thing. So, yeah, but we're here tonight, guys, and let me just tell you this.
It's pretty nice atmosphere.
We couldn't ask for 2 beautiful days of weather. Tuesday
the
and tonight.
Weather, it is not even – it's not cold. Like October soccer games are cold.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And they've got awesome weather for this game today.
Absolutely, they
do. It is. It's really a beautiful atmosphere. I mean, you even got baseball still in
the Marble City Boys.
The Marble City Boys.
And before you got here on Tuesday, even the step team or the roulettes or whatever they like to be called now, really? They were warming up over here. They were practicing, so for their routines when they perform. So I mean, just it fall sports in full swing. You're kind of wrapping up, Regular season's done. They're getting close to done in all the sports, and now you got the playoffs. But tonight, two-pair, there's some unfinished business because the last time these two teams met on September 12th. It ended here. It was on a Friday night, and it ended in a 0-0 tie, and it came down to a coin flip of why we're not at Bearden High School tonight. Yeah. We are here to host a district championship.
Yeah, came down to a coin flip. I think that's the only tie for Bearden was West, and vice versa. 2 schools that just really go after each other.
Absolutely.
You've seen the history of this game determines who's going to be playing past sub-state or state is this game right here, and it is for all the marbles, right?
It is. This is for the District 4 AAA championship. There it is right there. West with their best record in school history.
Yeah, man. This
12,
is really cool.
1 and 1.
12-1-1. Like, this is a serious game for Bearden and West. Like, the amount, like, this is a huge district title game. Being that, when's the last time West has won a district title in a sport?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe track.
Well,
they were state champions as well.
Yeah, they were. I mean, district champs. Obviously, you got to go region with football. But if you're talking about district, if you're talking district championship, it was this girls' soccer team in Coach Castro's first season, but they were in the other region. They beat Powell 5-1. It was en route. It jump-started them to their first ever appearance in the state and so forth.
Coach
lost
Castro,
to Houston, but what he has done in 4 years here and so forth. You talk about tonight as the stuff there. The last 2 district championships that West has played against Bearden, it's been over there, not been close. Last year, Bearden was the superior team, won
Bearden
7-0.
Superior team.
2 years ago, West gave it everything they had. Bearden won 3-0. Tonight, West just needs to get on the scoreboard to believe. If they start getting down, it could be one of those things like, oh, here we go again. But, tonight you can make your own history. You can be that girls' team to win here. And get that district championship and get the Bearden monkey off your back. When you talk about Bearden High School, 5 state championships in girls soccer, 2005, or sorry, 2006, 2007, and then they won 3 in a row in 21, 22, and 23. Even that 22 team was national champions.
Yeah, they were the national champions.
I mean, and so they are royalty when it comes to girls soccer, even boys soccer in this area. But tonight, though, West is trying to step up and say, we're here. But like you mentioned, Two-Pair, it always seems like these two teams always meet. Even when we were covering the team, or you were calling the games years ago, Kimmy Chris's against Rachel Bass, 2 good friends, but when it was going on, forward against goalie, man, those were some epic games back in the day, Bearden versus West.
Those were some total epic games. I mean, just from the years of watching girls soccer and seeing what it's become, and seeing it, like, this game has got so much riding on it with just the players and the coaches. Like, Sonny Trotter is still a part of a Rebel staff, and he's, since retired and now in an assistant role. It's just kind of cool to see they still kept that some foundation of 20 years of high school soccer. They want to keep that in place, and it's like, I feel like Coach Castro has great foundation, and the way those girls got after it, and it was a very poorly called game against Farragut.
Let's talk about that. Both these teams did not have cakewalks to get here. Obviously, Farragut, Hardin Valley, phenomenal ball clubs. It's a shame that, you could almost argue all 4 of those teams were worthy to move on to a potential region date with the other side of Oak Ridge and Powell, who were playing also tonight. The winner of this game would play the loser of that game. The loser of this game would play the winner of that game. And it's all about hosting. You want to host that game. And so, truth be told, that's the implications tonight. But, like you said, a very interesting called game between West and Farragut. West got on the board with about 5 minutes before halftime, and that was the lone goal to win 1-0. They held on there at the end, had some questionable yellow cards that might come into factor tonight of how this game is called. I mean, the goalie got a yellow card, Two-Pair, for a delay of game. I've never seen that before. Never. And so, again, hopefully that we have a better group of referees that understand the magnitude of this game and let these girls settle it on the field, because there was unfinished business with a 0-0 tie, and it can't end in a tie tonight. Now, the other thing that I do also want to bring up, and most importantly, more than anything, is that Bearden themselves had to get some contributions from 2 of their key players the other night. Tyler Roth and Jayla Blue both scored a goal and assisted each other on their goals to hold on to beat Hardin Valley 2-1. So Bearden themselves was in a dogfight Tuesday night. So both these teams, it's going to be about whose legs are fresher, the style and contrast. Bearden, they are going to do their up and down. Of course, you're going to see West patient with the ball, passing, and just the style that Coach Castro has put into this lineup. But what are you looking forward to tonight in terms of who steps up for West tonight, Two-Pair?
Well, I really have been a huge fan of Charlie Freeman watching these last 3 games. Tori Peace, man, phenomenal player.
And you're talking about a freshman there. A freshman.
Freshman.
And they're not freshmen anymore. They're sophomores now in the postseason.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a really talented team. But what I'm expecting is that same approach that was taken in the Farragut game, where there were so many shots on goal. There were so many attacks on goal, and I think that's what was the overwhelming effect of them getting a 1-0 victory against Farragut, is their attention to detail of pressuring the goalie. They pressured the goalie in a lot of ways, and this is such a beautiful backdrop. Look at this.
You can't beat this.
We're literally have done 2 shows this week.
We have and
no,
three if you count
shows.
last night, our regular 2.5 hour
we've
show.
Done
last
3
night,
shows in 1 week.
And then tomorrow night I got to do duty doing the stats for the football team in William Blunt. So it's been a fun week. It's been a fun week covering West. And shout out to Paul Romero and everybody involved in allowing us to be here and do this. We love doing this and love being a part of a historical event tonight. Should this go the way that we would like it to. That being said, also Bearden on the other side, you mentioned contrast of styles and who's going to leave it out there tonight. You know, Coach Radcliffe for Bearden, I will say this much. I'm sure that he substituted a lot more. They're a deeper team. Yep. Farragut's coach may have maybe missed the 8 ball of not getting some players of hers some extra time. And the truth of the matter is that they looked gassed at the end while West looked like they were still ready to keep going had that game needed to go. So realistically, the conditioning is there for West. But again, you're going to see a coach that is going to substitute, and you're going to see a team probably just as deep, if not deeper, than you tonight.
Right. I really think that, you know, Bearden is a deep team as well. They can substitute. They can rotate a lot of players. It's just going to be interesting to see who scores that first goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whoever scores that first goal, that might be the only goal needed, just by the way these two teams have played each other recently, and just the depths of. We could be looking at an overtime game. We could be looking
maybe
at
even penalty kicks.
Game.
You never know.
We could be looking at a penalty kick game where it's a shootout.
Yep.
There's just a lot of factors in this game that makes this game the biggest game in the city right now. Like, this is the biggest soccer game in the city right now. As far as if you're West Knoxville.
Yeah. No disrespect to Powell or Oak Ridge.
No
this is the
disrespect to Powell or Oak Ridge, but Beard and West. At West. I mean, you can't draw it up better than this.
You really can't. And I'm going to tell you this too, Pierre, and you can even bring this up. You brought up something great. You know, who does score that first goal and break it against 2 phenomenal goalies tonight? I mean, if West is down, they have that mindset, oh, here we go again. But if they score, because that's something in a victory in itself that they've not been able to do against Bearden these last 2 district championships. I mean,
it's a lot that can happen in this game.
A lot can happen. You're going to go get Coach Castro so we can get him on real quick and so forth. You know, in the meantime, obviously, you'll get to hear me talk some more. This is just a phenomenal opportunity to be able to get to have Coach Castro come on. I even asked him beforehand. I said, Coach, will this mess up your preparation? Before he said, no, I'd love to be on the show. We love the coverage that you all are giving us. And, you know, these are 2 phenomenal teams tonight that will settle it out on the field. There was unfinished business of that 0-0 tie. And, you know, more importantly, it did come to a coin flip. I'm just glad that we're here in the beautiful confines of Bill Wilson Field here at West High Stadium, and just the opportunity to host and for me to be a part of this as an alum, the class of 2002. It just makes me giddy, especially when I used to write for this team for the West Wind. Shout out to Jean Singley Bailey, who was our teacher who did newspaper, and she even was an assistant coach at times with Coach Trotter there for a couple of years, in addition to her teaching duties at West High School. But, you know, I think about all the young ladies that I graduated with that are women now, that have kids themselves, you know, that were so phenomenal and so amazing for this team. The Jenny Singletons, the Rachel Bass, Audrey Hubers, you know, Mary Trotter. I mean, it's just unbelievable, the names, and the Francisis that Tupper had mentioned, and Shiva Parang. I can just go on. And those were some great teams that could not get over that Bearden hump. And you look at the Bearden program, these 5 state championships. So, you know, again, West has been at the cusp. And what has happened in 4 years, man, I'm telling you. I
know that name.
Absolutely.
I know that name.
But let me tell you guys, bring him. I want a warm welcome to bring him on. He's taken a few minutes to be on with us.
A few minutes.
Coach,
absolutely.
Thank you for coming on, Roberto Castro.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Excited to have you guys on board here.
Coach, just to be honored to be here Tuesday night, and then you took care of business against a very tough Farragut team. Questionable calls. We'll leave it at that.
Very questionable calls, but we'll leave it at that.
You know, but let me just say this though. your girls persevered through everything. They held it together. Can you talk about the mental fortitude of your team? Not just talented on the field, but how they have to hold it together mentally in games and situations like that.
Absolutely, man. I think it's one of the things, question marks that we had coming in the year. We have such a young team. We had 18 freshmen, 17 returning players. So it's like, how quickly can they adapt to the high school game, and how quickly can they grow mentally and be prepared for these big matches? And I think they've answered the call really well so far.
Absolutely. Coach, talk about, some of your players tonight that have really, they've stepped up all year. And it doesn't matter that if they're upperclassmen or lowerclassmen, it just matters that they're players and that they believe in what you've built here as a culture in a program in your 4 years. Who stands out to you that's been there all year?
Well, I have to give a shout out to our senior class. They've been here since the senior class, been here since my first year here. And they've really have stepped up and grown the program and set a standard for the rest of the team, coming in. And if I had to pick out somebody individually, Britton Bush, our freshman goalkeeper, she's been tremendous all year, making saves. It makes a difference. Having someone like her under the goal and just being able to keep us in matches and just make huge saves. But so I would say Bryn and our senior class.
And you just really changed the culture of how you guys play. Like, it's an intense, aggressive style. The attention to detail is what I love so much about your teams. And just talk about your preparation on games like this magnitude.
Yes, sir. I think it all starts in the summer, 6 a.m. workouts. We come out in the summer, 6 a.m. workouts, and then we have 6 p.m. soccer workouts. And I think that's where the preparation really is. And I think that's where all of these girls have really believed and dug into it for matches like this. And so coming into a big match like this, I don't think we changed really the way we prepare. It's just what we've done since day one, and you got to keep doing it, keep the consistency of everything we've done all year.
2 quick questions for you, Coach. Can you speak about your staff? You've got 3 phenomenal assistant coaches. You even have some help from the coach we covered, and Sonny Trotter, of all people.
You got Sonny out here.
There's a connection there.
Sonny out here.
I've heard that you guys are being referred to as fathers on the field. I mean, that just must make you feel so good. Like, these are like your daughters that are going out there, and you're preparing them for just life in general.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Just talk about your staff and how essential they are with this program and the culture you've built here.
Yeah, so interesting story here. Charles, my assistant coach, Shane, my assistant coach in Austin. I played soccer with Austin growing up my entire life at Alcoa. Okay. And then Charles and Shane were actually our coaches at Alcoa. So then after
full circle.
Yeah,
full circle.
Yep. So whenever I took this and I called them up and I was like, yeah, they're like, absolutely, let's go. So and you talked about being referred to as father figures. I have a daughter myself, and I always want to actually her right there. Us and the coaches, we want to treat these girls like we would want my daughter to be treated. Right, so that's how we view it.
That's the way you guys
absolutely, yes, sir. So the way I want my daughter to be treated by a coach in the future, that's the way I look at these girls.
Absolutely. Final question, because I know you got to get going, Coach.
Fine.
Tonight, Bearden. No need to mention their accolades. I mean, they've been a national champion.
Yeah.
They 3-time state champions. They fell short last year. Last 2 times you fought them in a game like this, it's not been how you wanted it to go. What changes tonight here at West High School compared to the last 2 visits at Bearden for this game?
Yeah, like you said, no need to mention anything about them. They're who they are. I think playing at home is a big advantage. Hopefully being able to play on our field every time we go there. It's a tough place to play. Big field, we don't play on grass. So we go on the grass, that's our turf.
Yeah,
so being able to get a chance to play on our own field for a change. And I think the girls are motivated. I think they know that what we can do. Know it's a tall task, but they're ready for it. They're excited.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, win or lose, we want to have an interview with you after the game.
Absolutely.
And the girls and so forth. And just a hell of a season with a lot more meat on that bone. Good luck tonight.
I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for coming out. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Bring that trophy home.
Yes, sir.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you. That was Coach Roberto Castro.
Man,
what a great interview.
Tonight.
What a great interview. So what's up, guys? How you doing?
You know what? Now we got these football guys.
They got business tomorrow night.
They got business tomorrow night. night.
They got
business
tomorrow night. Look at this. It's like a real live game day, pretty much. It's like a really live game day right here, honestly. So
it's one of your West. West gonna win this.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah.
It's game day time.
Speaking of which, we actually are going to do the predictions right now, two pairs. So let me go on ahead and get to that right now. Predictions tonight. What do you got as your thoughts of how this game's going to go and who you're going to go with?
This is for the district championship, man.
West,
got to go to.
Hold on, but they not asking you, bro.
We definitely got to go, Lady Rebels, man. I really think they can win this one. This is going to be a tough game. I mean, this is for all the marbles, and a lot of things got to fall in place. They just got to treat the game like they treated against Farragut when they were just attacking the goalkeeper, and then they had great goalkeeping play. So that's what's going to be the big factors for the Lady Rebels to take it tonight, man. And then we got tomorrow night out of William Blunt.
Yeah, we do.
We got tomorrow night out of William Blunt. So hoping that the boys take care of business. We got a ton of soccer balls are flying everywhere. Footballs are flying everywhere.
Well, I will say this, two pair. I'm going to just say this. I have followed this program. I'm a class of 2002, covered this program at the newspaper, won an award for best sports writer in the state of Tennessee. You covered this team tonight. I think West gets it done against Bearden and finally gets that monkey off the back, bringing that district championship back here with a lot of meat left on that bone as their quest to get back to state from 3 years ago.
I think they got a good shot tonight,
I got the W, baby, because it's all about the W.
Y'all want to hear my prediction?
Go for it. Go for it.
I'll play soccer myself.
Oh, you play?
All right. He's a multi-sport athlete.
I'm better at soccer. Y'all gonna see me play soccer.
Okay.
All right, so I think 1-0, Lady Rebels.
I like it.
1-0.
I got it.
What's up, Abdul?
3-1. Lady Rebels. You're dragging.
Look at this. I'm getting a service right here. Thank you, Coach. Look at that. I got spaghetti here for me. So there we go.
Hold on, man. I ain't get no spaghetti.
I can share. I got salad too. So.
Oh yeah, we get spaghetti.
Look at that right here. So look at that. That's love right there here at West High School. So. Hey, Jefferson County could learn a thing or two, honestly. Never look at that. So look at that. So, hey guys, listen. Tonight it's 6:30. What's up, man? How you doing? 6:30 tonight. It's $6 to get in. Come out and support the girls. It's not too late. Show up. It's going to be a heck of a game tonight, and I really believe this is going to be just the second of 4 potential battles. I think that these two teams will meet next week for the region, and more importantly, probably meet in the state championship in the middle of Tennessee here in a few weeks. This is the possible of 4 meetings right here.
4 meetings right here.
Yeah.
So,
and of course, it's Bearden. It's Bearden West.
Always Bearden.
Always.
Always Bearden.
Got to throw that fight.
Big shout out to the football team.
The football team,
y'all been real supportive for the soccer game.
And that's what they do here. They support each other's sports. I mean, that's what they do. They are one West.
I think West going to take care of William Blunt tomorrow. Like, I really feel sorry for what's going to happen to William Blunt.
Running clock tomorrow night, baby.
It might be a running clock tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
The way they've practiced this week and just the way they've been in tune, I feel like West might run the table.
They know what's up.
I really feel like it just because.
I said 3 out of 4. I'm still sticking with 3 out of 4.
Remember, we're trying to throw the football while we're doing the show.
I love it. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight. We will be live afterwards, win or lose. And, for a 2-pair tape, this is the Italian Stallion. Rebels with a cause, baby. We out.
Peace.